Hey guys, Corey Coria here. Welcome to Blue Talks, and I hope you enjoy this video.
What if loss and defeat could be your greatest advantage or the springboard to your next chapter? December 2009. Bitter cold. The house is empty except a blow-up mattress on the floor. The heat went out hours ago. My husband and I huddled under the down comforter, our two dogs pressed against us for warmth. Tomorrow we hand over the key to our dream home, the lake house we built just 6 years earlier, to the bank. This was not the life I had imagined. But what I didn't know that frozen night, that moment of complete loss, prepared me for my greatest transformation. My name is Sabine Kvenberg. I'm an actress, author, speaker, and founder of a performing arts school that ran for 27 years. I'm honored to be here today at Oxford and speak at Oxford University here in Old England. I have lived in 3 countries. I have reinvented my career multiple times, and I learned something profound. The moments when you think it's the end, it's just the beginning. How many here have ever asked yourself, what's next? Maybe you are successful on paper, but unfulfilled in your heart. Maybe you hit the ceiling and don't know how to break through, or you experienced loss. A job, a relationship, a dream, and don't know what's waiting for you on the other side. But here is the thing. You have to have gumption, because we all reach moments when we must choose between staying comfortable or stepping into the unknown. And in those moments, fear is the loudest voice in the room. I know, because I've been there. When I was 19, I was working as a claim adjuster in Germany. I hated it. Every day felt like a countdown to 5 o'clock. And I was miserable. I gained weight through boredom snacking. And one day, I found myself staring out of the window, thinking, I cannot do this for the next 40 years. What is mine to do? Ask and ye shall receive. Later that week, after I walked home from work, I bumped into my former drama and music teacher. And we had a small talk. But then he asked me if I was still pursuing my dream of becoming an actress. My answer was no. Then he said one sentence that changed everything. What a shame, Sabine. You are so talented. That was it. Just 7 words, but they reminded me, they sparked something in me, reminded me that I had a choice. We forget sometimes that we have permission to change. We believe the story that says, you made the bed, now lie in it. Or, you're too old to start something new. Or my personal favorite, Who are you to think that big? But I tell you, who are you not to? The person who gets to decide your next chapter is you. Not your circumstances, not your past mistakes, not your age. You. So what is gumption? Gumption is more than courage and determination. Gumption is that spark that keeps you going even when everything within you wants to quit. It's persistence mixed with boldness and wrapped in faith. And I put it together into a framework. 8 powerful steps. And I gave each letter a meaning to serve as a reminder of what we are capable of. When we say yes to life and make a choice to make a difference in this world. G stands for growth. When after that meeting with my teacher, I didn't just think about becoming an actress. I took action. And I needed to stretch myself. That day I went home, opened the yellow pages. Yes, I'm that old. And called acting schools. And I started my education. Yes, we do have to stretch ourselves. Yes, it was hard. I had to pay for my school. So I kept my full-time job. Up at 5 a.m., work till 3 p.m., then school till 9 p.m., and Saturdays too. It was exhausting, but I loved it. Because when you do something you love, then it's joy, not work. Question for you. What skill, experiences, or habits could you pursue right now that would stretch you towards your next chapter? Which brings me to the next point. U for uniqueness. You are one of the kind. There's no one else like you. When I auditioned for the school, I had no idea how to do a proper monologue. So I picked a 2-person scene and I played both characters. So I jumped from one side of the stage to the other side, played the woman and the man. But it was unconventional, but authentically me. And that is so important. Your uniqueness is your advantage. There's no one else like you. Your talents, your skills, your experiences, your perceptions, they're unrepeatable. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs your original voice. M stands for momentum. Think of a locomotive. It takes a lot of energy to get going. Coal, fire, steam, a lot of work. But once it's going, it's smooth right from there and just needs a little bit of fuel here and then. The same is in life. We just have to take the first step, one step, and then the next, and then the next, and the momentum build. But here is the point. Don't stop when fear shows up. Because that will hinder you to get and move forward. If you want momentum in life, you need to commit to consistent action, even when it's messy, even when it's imperfect. And let me tell you, I know from experience, when I had a new dream at age 34 to move to the United States from Germany to build a performing arts school. I had no idea what to do, but I had to start all over. new country, new language, new business. And I made plenty mistakes, starting out with a sign to put above our building. Our name was Studio of the Performing Arts. That was a long, long name. And we only had this little space to put above. So we said, Studio PA. Nobody knew what we were doing. Oh, we heard later, are you a photo studio? Oh, you did something with Pennsylvania, because PA stands for Pennsylvania. No, we could have chosen any of those. Dance, music, acting, and people would know right away. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We kept going, even it was messy, even it was imperfect. And in just a few years, we had a thriving business with hundreds of students. So that is the point. Don't stop. Which leads me to the next point, perseverance. You see, obstacles are not roadblocks. They are opportunities. And I had a lot of them. In 2007, we decided to expand our business. In the US, that was the height of the housing market. We did all mistakes in the world, bad timing, bad location. And we even leveraged our home, our commercial property, our retirement accounts. Never do that. But in 2008, everything crumbled. The financial crisis hit. We were not spared. And in 2009, we had to file for bankruptcy. I could have given up, but that's not me. I believe that perseverance means you keep going even when the path gets hard. You figure it out. You adapt. You grow stronger. And the truth is, if this hadn't happened, I wouldn't have stand here today. That led me into the next point, that is trust. Trust in the journey. Have faith that everything that you experience is for your greater good. And that makes the difference in the world. Anyone here Indiana Jones fans? Yeah, I love them. I saw all the movies. In Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, his faith was tested. Indy's faith was tested. He was supposed to go to that cavern to retrieve the Holy Grail to save his father. But there was a big space. He couldn't jump over that big canyon, and there was no bridge. But he got very clear instruction. Trust in the journey. The path is there. So he put all his faith together and took that first step, and there was support. So he took some pebbles, threw it forward, and there the invisible bridge appeared. And that's faith. You take that step, and the path appeared. After bankruptcy, we moved to St. Augustine, Florida. We moved into a tiny apartment over an art gallery. Truly bohemian living. At least that's how I chose to see it. But here's the thing. We had the least amount of money, but the most freedom. We had time. We walked to the beach every single day. We had time, freedom. We had each other. And the faith that our next chapter was unfolding. Trust the process, even if you can't see the outcome yet. I stands for intuition. Your gut knows what your brain doesn't yet. When I was 9 years old, I was lured into danger. And a stranger came and tried to, I don't know even what. But in that moment, I heard that voice inside of me screaming, run, run, run. I didn't stop and think. No, I just listened and I just ran. And that voice that day saved my life. Your intuition is your inner compass. Follow it. O stands for optimism. I love that. When a door closes, another one opens. People often say to me, Sabine, you're always smiling. Why? Because I choose to. You know, it is so important to have an optimistic outlook on life. And it's even scientifically proven that smiling and laughter releases serotonin, dopamine, so-called happy hormones. So when you don't feel good, I invite you to just give it a try and smile. Even forced smile will create the same effect because your cheek muscles are being used, and that sends a signal to your brain, says, oh, she's happy. Let's send her the powerful hormones. Try it. Give it a try and see what happens. Optimism doesn't deny the pain. It transforms how you experience it. And the last letter, N, stands for now. You may have heard the saying, when is the best time to plant a tree if you want to have shade? 10 years ago. When is the next best time? Now. The only power we have is in the present moment. You can't change the past. You can't control the future. But you have power in the now. So the question isn't, when will I be ready? The question is, what small step can I take right now? And here is a secret most people miss. The success that you have is on your visible stage, the moment everyone sees, but that success is determined by your invisible work. And I learned this as an actress. When I auditioned for Les Miserables in Vienna, Austria, for my dream role, Madame Thénardier, I picked one song that was perfect. I worked with my vocal coach. I even had it transposed to fit my voice and recorded on tape so I can practice every day until it became muscle memory. The audition lasted about 5 minutes. But the invisible practice, the months of invisible practice, made those 5 minutes powerful. Results? I got the part. We have to master the moment no one sees, to lead the moments everyone remembers. Your invisible stage, the habit that you build in private, the books you read, no one is watching you. The talk to yourself in the mirror. And the care you take of your body, mind, and soul. That is your invisible stage. So here is my invitation to you. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting to feel ready. Because the truth is, you already are. You have everything you need to take the next step towards your next chapter. And when fear shows up, trust me, it will. Don't listen. Don't listen. Now let me give you some example of what fear really is. Fear is like stage lights. First, they are blinding. But when you step into it, They illuminate your brilliance. I stood on many stages across countries. I performed in front of thousands. But my greatest performance is my life. And the endless moments I asked myself, what's next? Today, well, let me go back. That frozen December night in our empty lake house wasn't the end. It was the beginning. Today, I coach entrepreneurs, CEOs, business owners, how to find their voice, how to share their message, and how to master their presentation skills. I authored several books and I'm a podcast host. I produced CDs. And I'm happier than I've ever been. Not because life got easier, but because I learned to move through fear with gumption. Yes, you got it. Growth and embracing your uniqueness. Always remember, you have that momentum. Don't stop and trust in the journey. Follow your intuition and always stay optimistic because now is the time to act. Your next chapter is waiting. And remember this. We must become the person we are meant to be, to live the life we are destined to live.